Peace, peace. How's everybody? Good morning or afternoon, family. How's everybody doing? Know we got some folks logging in. Talk to me. I want to know how you guys are doing today as I light my sage. Hopefully everybody's having a good Friday. Happy Friday. You guys get that weekend going. For those of you who work a 9 to 5. I remember that life. Friday was always the best day, especially if it was payday. Thank you. Someone just complimented me on my hair. Yes, this is the first day that I've done the broadcast where my hair has been out. Usually I keep it wrapped up just because our hair, it's an antenna, pick up a lot of frequencies and things like that, especially the longer the hair is or if it's natural. So I tend to keep my hair wrapped up just to kind of protect my crown chakra, especially if the energy is a little intense. So yes, we are in day 5 of the 7-day oracle reading. So we're pretty much close to this particular aspect coming to a close. We just have a few more days, tomorrow and Sunday. And then I will retire the oracle reading. Well, not retire as far as like not do it, but I won't be doing it every day after Sunday. But I may get on Periscope on occasion and just do readings if I feel called to, like I felt called this time. I'm gonna go ahead and just shuffle the cards. So, for those of you who may be joining me for the first time today, I've been doing this every day at noon my time, which I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, Eastern time. So every day at noon I've been doing a oracle reading or tarot reading where I pull 5 cards and I just talk about the collective consciousness. So someone asked me what I do. I am an oracle. I am a Reiki master. I do crystal science is my specialty. So basically I operate a holistic health business out in Atlanta, Georgia. Even though I cater to quite a bit of clients across the nation, but my physical location is in Atlanta, Georgia. So my name is Chrysalis Sun, and again, I do oracle readings. I do channel information. I receive visions. I'm, pretty in tune psychic. So I do the readings, but I don't necessarily need the cards in order to pull information. So what I had decided to do is a 7-day reading to basically provide some guidance as to what is going on with our collective consciousness. So I'm going to take my time and just shuffle these cards because I feel like the energy is a little bit different today than it's been. And I had someone shout out from Compton, so what's up? I used to live in Long Beach. I went to Cal State Long Beach, so I always love when my Cali people come on and shout out. I'm here on Periscope. Even though I'm in the South, I'm still a Cali girl at heart. All right, let's get these cards going. Wow, okay. Okay. All right. So the first card it's pulled, it's interesting because this card came up yesterday in the same position, in the same part of the spread, except it was right side up. This time it's reversed. So the first card that's pulled is the 10 of Cups reversed. So whereas yesterday we were all experiencing just kind of some positive emotions and just a certain level of contentment and happiness, just because we've come out of this fog. Today may be a little different. We're maybe experiencing some negative emotions or negative aspects. Maybe just a lack of purpose, not feeling fulfilled, or maybe going back to questioning our purpose and what it is we want to do moving forward. So it's actually really interesting to have such a quick shift in this same energy pretty much 24 hours later. So like I mentioned earlier, I feel like the energy is different today than it's been since I've been doing these readings. So that's probably what I'm feeling, is just this shift. You know, yesterday we were working with some very high frequencies, high vibrations, and now potentially we may be moving, or we are moving into some low vibrations or negative emotions. So just watch out for those, because yesterday we were provided with the opportunity to create using our high frequencies. So be careful on your negative or low vibrations today, because potentially what can happen is that you may end up undoing or uncreating what it is that you set into motion yesterday. So that is the very first bit of advice, or first thing that's coming in as far as the reading. Okay, so this is interesting. The second card that's pulled is the Hierophant. This is part of the major arcana. Actually, I want to show you guys what this looks like, which it might be backwards. I'm not sure if it shows up backwards with the mirror effect. But this is the Hierophant in my deck, or it's the speaker. And the affirmation is, I am master education. So what this is calling us to do is to bring to our awareness our speech, which makes sense because we're moving into Mercury retrograde, which is next week on Monday, or Tuesday, the 19th, whatever the 19th is, that's when Mercury retrograde occurs. And so what we really need to do is be mindful of our words, especially in alignment, or in I have a lot of things coming to me right now, so let me take a deep breath, slow down, because I'm getting a lot of downloads and messages. Okay. This card is connected to the Ten of Cups, because remember I mentioned earlier about possibly undoing what it is that you set into motion yesterday. Well, the biggest way to interfere with our own creation is through our words. So pay attention to what you're saying. Pay attention to what you are creating with the things that you say. Affirm what you want in a way that is very, very natural. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to turn off the chat because that's actually interfering with, let's see. There we go. All right, so I'm actually going to hide the chat because it's actually interfering with what I'm downloading. And I'm going to explain that a little bit because I'm intuitive and I'm psychic. Any energy that's projected onto me, I feel it. So even though this is a virtual platform and we're doing this online, I'm still feeling the energy of every comment that's being brought up, and it's actually very strong today. The last 4 days, I was getting the comments and things, and I was getting the energy, but it wasn't as strong today. So like I said, today's very, very different. So I will say I do apologize in advance for those who want to interact with me and me turning and hiding off the chat. But in order for me to be able to provide the most accurate message for the day, I'm going to need to do that. So if there's anything that you have that you want to say outside of this broadcast today, feel free to hit me up through my website or email me. So all that's being said, going back, the biggest way to affirm what it is that we want to create is through our words. And the biggest way to interfere with what we're creating is through our words. So that's the reason why I'm using an I am deck, which every card on this deck has an I am statement, because I am is the most powerful affirmation that you can make. Or the most powerful word magic that you can use. So today what's happening is we're being asked to bring our awareness to our word magic, the things that we're saying. For example, if yesterday you wanted to create a new job and you put that energy out and you set that into motion, but then today you're saying, oh, I'll never get that job, or I don't have the skills that I need, or oh, this interview ain't gonna go good. Those are the words that you're using that are basically contradicting and interfering with what it is that you want to create. So especially anything that is tied to repetitive or repeated patterns of behavior. So this is one of those days where you need to be very present and to what you're saying, but also be very present to and aware of what your repeated patterns are. Okay? Next card. So the Seven of Cups. So this affirmation is I am sorrow. However, this card is reversed. So this is actually in a tune or in alignment with the theme, which is negative emotions and repeated patterns of behavior. So basically what we're being asked today is to observe the ways that we interfere with our own selves, and basically the ways we self-sabotage, right? And that makes sense because whenever we're shifting, we have echoes that occur. Anytime that we're trying to move into a new space or a new vibration, there's these old echoes that come up as a way to kind of balance that energy as we move into something different. So us switching from the positive emotions of yesterday to the negative emotions of today are an aspect of that shift. So, or aspect of that echo. So, be aware of your emotions as far as what's negative, like I said before, but don't feed into it, right? Don't give energy into your negative patterns of behavior. Don't give energy into the ways that you self-sabotage. Don't give energy into the opposite of joy or happiness, contentment. So don't feed into discontent, jealousy, unhappiness, suffering, sorrow. Observe those emotions if they come up, and then allow them to reside. I mean, to pass away. Don't allow them to reside. Okay, so the next card is the Four of Pentacles. The four represents foundation, and Pentacles is earth element. So Pentacles represents resources, money, tangible things, you know, the things that you physically manifest into your reality. It's interesting because this card affirmation is I am foundation, however, it's reversed. So again, this brings to question whether you are affirming what you have created or whether you are self-sabotaging it, right? So this is pretty straightforward, today's reading. I have one more card to pull, but the theme is pretty much the same. Don't self-sabotage. If you find yourself doing that, take a step back and ground yourself and affirm the opposite of any negative emotions or negative words. Okay, so the last card is the Ace of Wands, and the affirmation is I envision an idea, however, it's reversed. So basically today, again, like I keep saying, today is about the self-sabotage, the self-doubt, the lack of faith, you know, the repeated, the negative patterns of behavior that we tend to repeat. What may be happening is whenever we fall into negative self-talk, we tend to lose our vision and we lose the ideas that support our vision and the things that we want to accomplish. So the more that you fall into that, the more that you sever your alignment with things that you want and things that you want to create. So to, you know, bring this all into oneness, these 5 cards, again, pay attention to your emotions. Do not feed into any negative self-talk or any self-sabotage. Be careful about your words. Make sure that you're speaking things into existence, that you're creating with your words and not destroying. Make sure that you're in alignment with the things that you want to establish. Make sure that you are grounded, and make sure that you keep your vision and your ideas always in the forefront of your thoughts today. So anytime you think of anything, any emotions or any negative thoughts, ask yourself, does this thought do these words align with my vision? Do these thoughts or do my words align with the things that I want to create? Do they align with the things that I've set in motion? Okay, So thank you. Again, the chat's off, so I'm not seeing any comments that are popping up. But again, if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to me. My email is Therapeutic Vibrations. My website is bethevibe.com. It is in my profile. So if you want any additional information, I do have a blog. I blog about all kinds of stuff, readings, the messages that come to me. I talk about ancestor worship, how to set up ancestor altars. I have information about crystals, meditation. I have videos up. So I have like a plethora of information that's up on my website, in addition to my classes and the services that I offer. Again, if you're interested in getting a personalized reading, I am available for that, and that information is also up on my website. So we got 2 more days of me doing the 7-day oracle readings before I take a break from them. So I will see you all tomorrow. Enjoy your Friday, and be blessed.